Today we are going to discuss NodeJS and NPM. NodeJS is a JavaScript runtime built on Chrome V8 JavaScript engine. At this moment, we will only talk about Node's use as a JavaScript runtime. Node.js is a platform built on Chrome's JavaScript runtime for easily building fast and scalable network applications. Node.js uses an event-driven non-blocking I/O model that makes it lightweight and efficient, perfect for data-intensive real-time applications that run across distributed devices. Node.js is similar in design to and influenced by systems like Ruby's event machine and Python's twisted Node.js takes the event model a bit further. It presents an event loop as a runtime construct instead of as a library. In other systems, there is always a blocking call to start the event loop. Typical, Typically, behavior is defined through callbacks at the beginning of a script, and at the end, a server is started through blocking calls. In Node.js, there is no such start the event loop call. Node.js simply enters the event loop after executing the input script. Node.js exits the event loop when there are no more callbacks to perform. This behavior is like browser JavaScript. The event loop is hidden from the user. HTTP is a first-class citizen in Node.js, designed with streaming and low latency in mind. This makes Node.js well suited for the foundation of a web library or framework. Node.js being designed without thread does not mean you cannot take advantage of multiple cores in your environment. Child processes can be spawned by using our child process.fork API and are designed to be easy to communicate with. Built upon that same interface is the cluster module, which allows you to share sockets between processes to enable load balancing over your cores. This is the node architecture. JavaScript, which was designed as a scripting language for the browser, has seen deployment for beyond the browser. Node.js has played a significant role in this shift of JavaScript from the browser to the desktop. Let's now learn a little bit about what Node.js is and what role does NPM, the Node Package Manager, play in the context of Node.js. Node.js, as I mentioned earlier, allows us to bring the power of JavaScript to the desktop. Node.js is based on the JavaScript runtime engine that has been built for the Chrome browser. So the Chrome V8 JavaScript engine has been ported from the browser to run on the desktop and support the execution of JavaScript programs on the desktop. Node.js is built around an event-driven non-blocking I/O model, which makes it very efficient to run JavaScript programs on the desktop and synchronous power. Right now we will examine Node in the context of its use as a JavaScript runtime. This is the typical architecture. of Node.js. So in this, the Chrome V8 engine is at the bottom layer. Together with libuv forms a layer that interacts with the underlying computer system to support the execution of JavaScript programs. On top of it, we have node binding, which is also implemented in C++. At the top layer, you have the node.js and standard library, which are all implemented in JavaScript. And this is what enables us to write JavaScript programs and run them on the desktop. Naturally, the ability to run JavaScript programs on the desktop energize the web development community to explore using JavaScript to develop a significant number of web development tools such as Bower, Grunt, Glup, Yeoman. We will explore some of these in the later part of this course and in subsequent lectures. When you install Node.js on your system, NPM automatically gets installed. The Node Package Manager is the manager of the Node ecosystem that manages all the Node modules and packages that have been made publicly available by many different users. A typical Node package consists of JavaScript files together with the file called package.json. Which is the manifest file for this module. We will look at how we can use the package.json file in more detail in the subsequent exercises. A package contains JS files and package.json, that is the manifest of this ecosystem. Now we will see how we can set up Node.js and NPM on our system. In this exercise, you will learn to set up the Node.js environment, a popular JavaScript-based server framework, and Node Package Manager on your machine. To learn more about Node.js, you can visit https://node.js.org. For this course, you just need to install Node.js on your machine and make use of it for running some front-end tools. You will learn more about the server-side support using Node.js in subsequent lectures. At the end of this exercise, you will be able to complete the setup of Node.js and NPM on your machine. Verify that installation was successful and your machine is ready for using Node.js and NPM. Note: make sure you have installed Git on your machine before you installed Node.js. Please complete the previous Git installation exercise before proceeding with this exercise. To install Node on your machine, go to node.js.org and click on the download button depending on your computer's platform, Windows, Mac, or Linux. the appropriate installation package will be downloaded. As an example, on a Mac or Windows, you will see the web page. Click on download button. Follow along the instruction to install Node on your machine. Note, now Node gives you the option for installing a mature and dependable LTS version and a more near stable version. You should install the LTS version. I will use this version in the course. On Windows machine, you may need to configure your path environments variable in case you forgot to turn on the add to path during the installation step. If you check on the option to add path, then you do not need to add variable to the environment. Now let's click on the install node.org. It will take you to the NodeJS.org. On this page, you have the latest version of Node.js that can be downloaded and can be installed on your system. So we are going to install download for Windows x64 and click on this button. Open a terminal window on your machine, CLI. You can start your CLI command prompt from Windows Start button. If you are using a Windows machine, open a CMD window or PowerShell window with admin privileges. To ensure that your Node.js setup is working correctly, type the following at the command prompt to check for the version of Node and NPM. Commands are node space -v and npm -v. At the end of this exercise, your machine is now ready with the node installed for the further development. We will examine web development tools next. Once you have downloaded the installation package, click on it to install node.js on your system. Welcome to the Node.js setup wizard. The setup wizard will install Node.js on your computer. Click on next. Accept the licensing agreement. Click on the. Here you can set the directory if you wish. I'm setting on D. This is custom setup. Select the way you want features to be installed. You can check the features like Node.js, NPM, Node Package Manager, NPM modules. All these are selected. Add modules that are installed globally by NPM to the path environment variables. This option works for the current user only. Other users need to update their. This feature requires 1 KB on your hard drive. Click on next. Some NPM modules need to be compiled from C, C++ when installing. If you want to be able to install such modules, some tools, Python and Visual Studio build tools need to be installed. So I will click on this option, automatically install the necessary tools. Note that it will also install Chocolatey. The script will pop up in a new window after installation complete. Otherwise, you need to view all these instructions to set up Node. So I'm clicking on next, and then install. It will take a little while to install Node.js. Now it's updating component registration and copying new files. Completed the Node.js setup wizard. The Node.js has been successfully installed. Now click on Finish button to complete this process. The tools for Node.js native module installation script. This script will install Python and the Visual Studio build tools necessary to complete Node.js native modules. Note that Chocolatey and required Windows updates will also be installed. This will require about 3 GB of free disk space plus any space necessary to install Windows updates. This will take a while to run. Please close all open programs for the duration of the installation. If the installation fails, please ensure Windows is fully updated, reboot your computer, and try to run this again. This script can be found in the Start menu under Node.js. You can close this window to stop now. Detailed instructions to install these tools manually are available at github.com node.js node-zip on Windows. So you can run this script, or you can install these tools manually after installation is done. Press enter to continue.